We obviously had to map the Kathmandu Valley also, and then we went to many temples, and with that certain kind of revelations started, and that is where we actually started with something known as the it is something actually known as the Ashtamatrikas. Many people who are from belong from the Nepal Mandal. It was actually called as a Nepal Mandal. Whatever we know as the Kathmandu Valley now is not actually known as the Kathmandu in the past. It was known as the Nepal Mandal. It's still we do not actually know the entire history about the valley, which has got so much diverse energy sources and everything. I would say the most diverse energy spaces in the entire world. You cannot even find that kind of places in India also. So coming back to the Ashtamatrika, so I'll go a little bit into the premise of this. So everybody knows about the war between the Raktavija and then the Durga. So when Durga had to go and battle with the Raktavija and Mahishasura, Shiva and then all the deities, they all gods, and they all gave all their energies and powers to the Durga, and now she had all the weapons and everything. So many of you may or may not know the name of why Devi is also known as the Sivaduti as well as the Kameshwari also, because Devi is the only one in the entire existence which is known to bring the Shiva out from his prolonged meditation, samadhis and everything, so that he can be active in the world. That is first thing. That is the reason why the one who can actually entice even the Shiva from the utmost slumber of meditation. So that is why she is also known as the Kameshwari. And at the same time, she's also known as the Sivaduti. I think many of you who have been chanting about Devi, and this is about Devi, this is not about Shiva today. It's all about Mother only, the divine goddess. So she's known as the Sivaduti because when Durga was ready to fight and everything, what she says is, she asks Lord Shiva, okay, nobody can actually order Shiva to do anything, because whenever the gods and even everybody, even the demons and everyone is in trouble, they go to Lord Shiva as the final solution. But this is where even the Devi herself asks Shiva to go and tell the Mahishasura and Raktavija to come and then have a fight with her or something like that. So she actually sends him as a Shiva, as a messenger. So Shiva Duti basically means, Shiva means of course we know Shiva, and Duti basically means the messenger. So the one who actually can send the Shiva also as a messenger. Because in many stories, Shiva as well as the Lord Vishnu actually sends the Narada Muni as the messenger. But in this case, Shiva himself sends, the Devi actually sends the Shiva as the messenger. So why I'm telling you all this is because everything is connected here. I'm just trying to tell you the story because we don't want it to be because it's about the mother, okay? So she is very exuberant and dynamic and everything. We don't want to go into too much, hermit kind of spiritual kind of stuff. So basically what actually happened is, since Raktavija and then Mahishasura has got hordes and hordes of army, so for her also she needs an army. So because of that reason, she manifests different forms from her. Okay, and this is now where the term called Ashtamatrika comes into the play. If you know about the Ashtamatrika basically means the 8 mothers. Okay, and these 8 mothers is very much popular in the northern part of the Indian subcontinent, where the Nepal as well as the East Bengal, Assam and everything comes into play. This area where this Devi, divine feminine culture evolved. And similarly, if you go south, in the Tamil Nadu and South India, you will find the Saptamatrika. They will have only the 7 mothers. So from this, what actually happened is like the Shiva, he pulled out his feminine energy, and from him, the energy became Mahesh. Uh, Such as like a Brahmani from the Brahma, similarly Indra from Indrayani, Barahi. I think like many of you already knows about. We had like Indrayani also from the Indra, and from the 8 different gods, like 8 different kind of goddesses, their feminine energy evolved. And somewhere like while we were doing this research, like till now, like we had no connections between Linga Bhairavi consecration and then these Devis actually, because at that time like we were just thinking about like how, for example, like Sadhguru always speaks about Kathmandu Valley has been created like an yantra, okay, in the tantric body and something like that. So we're very very interested. So we actually had actually created the yantra body. So I'll show you, like many of you like we have been to Nepal for the Devi consecration and everything, like you might have been to some of the temple. So if you go to my Instagram page, like in the stories section below my profile, you'll find Devi revelations where you can find. So in my iPad, like I'm showing you this, like you guys can see. So this is actually the 8 divine mothers. Like these are the 8 different temples. Okay, these are the 8 female deity temples, divine feminine temples. Like that are actually, like I told you, this actually surrounds the ancient like a Kathmandu Valley, and then these actually form the yantra over there. It's in the form of, as you can see, it's in the form of the sword. Okay, so at the time, even before the consecration of the Devi, like we all went to all these temples. Like a few of them actually falls inside the the restricted area where they wanted the army had the access to it, so we couldn't go through that. So similar to that one, like we went through this one. Now like how it is connected is because these are the same deities. Like we were actually went with Durga to have a battle with the Mahishasura and then the Raktabija, and then like as you know the end result, like they actually decimated the entire hordes and hordes of Asura's army, and then that's how the story goes. Like I'll not go much more deeper into that one. And similar kind of like temples can also be found, like if you go to the Rameshwaram, in front of the Devi temple, like a Devi shrine, like in the Rameshwaram temple in Dhanuskodi, like if you come, like there is a Sukravara Mandapam where you can actually find the statues of these Devis, as well as the Ashta Lakshmi statues are also there, and like it's crazy powerful. You cannot believe it. Like that is one of the very very rarest places. And these Ashtamatrika temples can also be found on the top of the Unmatta Bhairava temple, like on the top of Unmatta Bhairava temple, which is next to the Pashupatinath temple. Okay, so this is the premise of that one. Now, like why I was actually referring to this map and everything, because all these things is because like this is actually connected with the Linga Bhairavi. Okay,